Hi everyone, our consultant team member Jeff, Yushen and I are going to talk about the strategy for the supply chain sustainability today. So our vision statement is ensuring supply chain sustainability for a sustainable future. Our focus today is long-term viability, improving social license, and strategy of supply chain performance. So according to the Australian Fashion Report in 2016, the table that we got here, we noticed that some of the performance have lower grade compared to other companies. Therefore, it's necessary to improve those performance, not only to improve the ethical, social, and environmental standard along their supply chain, but also achieve supply chain compliance. We suggest that Billabong should have a clear supply chain structure, which direct sourcing model and local market production will be recommended. Having direct contractual relationship can make sure the supply of products is more stable with the reliable sourcing. Local market production can be easier to monitor and help the local community to create more job opportunity as well. We will also suggest Billabong to keep the supplier in check by introducing the assessment process and ensure supply chain are complying with their standard. Billabong can conduct factory inspection, assess risk, and identify cause of non-compliance once a year to evaluate whether management commitment comply to Billabong's code of conduct. For the worker empowerment is Billabong's weakness, and we suggest that they should introduce an effective grievance mechanism. Workers and other parties can reach the Labor Link, which is a mobile phone technology to survey workers around the world and collect their information and opinions, and therefore the workers' voice in the supply chain can be heard.
So now we'll be talking about the strategies that we recommend you should use to improve your performance, not just with supplier relationship, but also during the auditing period. The first strategy that we recommend is increasing your transparency as an organization. In a globalized world like today, consumers are more prudent in knowing where their apparels are made and where the sources and materials are sourced from. To improve transparency, you could first outline where the suppliers are located at and establish a clear guideline on how your suppliers are chosen. Secondly, you could incorporate this information in your annual reports as it provides easier viewing for your consumers. And lastly, you could also engage in frequent management reports in the working conditions in your supplier's work environment, as it improves transparency and in a world where ethical supply chain sustainability is ever more important, frequent monitoring is required. The second strategy that we recommend you use is auditing suppliers more frequently. Monitoring and reviewing the performance of your suppliers is necessary as if you're trying to achieve an ethical and sustainable standard. Measuring the performance of the suppliers and comparing it to their competitors would increase the likelihood that they comply with your standards and code of conduct, as there is now an incentive to do so. The third strategy we recommend refers mainly to the increasing your supplier relationship performance. This could come in providing more feedback to your suppliers as to let them know what standards required of them or what they could improve on. Streamlining communication mediums would also increase the quality of information delivered, as there would be less bureaucracy and people would know immediately who to contact and what information to give. Lastly, opening your business model to key supplier persons will let them know of your desired goals, and this could in turn help the suppliers in helping you achieve these goals. So in summary, ensuring supply chain sustainability is important as consumers are more cautious of where their apparels are made and where the materials are sourced from. Implementing our suggested strategies could protect Billabong's long-term viability and secure their social license.